Hey guys, today we're going to be making some creamy, delicious tomato soup. So if you've been missing tomato soup, being on the keto diet, you know you can't go buy a can of tomato soup at the store. It is way too high in carbs, too much sugar. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a really simple recipe that you can do in just a few minutes at home. And you guys, this tomato soup comes out so good, and let's go ahead and get started. So before we get into the video, please make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be updated every time we drop a video. Alright, I have a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce, and we're going to add it to a pot that we have on medium-low heat. Okay, and now we're going to add in 1 cup of chicken broth. Now we're adding in 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and that's just going to help bring out some more of the tomato flavor. Okay, so once it's a little bit warm, then you want to go ahead and add in your heavy cream. So to this pot, I'm going to add in half a cup of heavy cream. Alright, now we're going to add in half a cup of almond milk. Now, a lot of keto recipes, they just leave it at the heavy cream, but for me, it was just a little too rich with just the heavy cream, so I decided to try doing half almond milk and half heavy cream, and I actually really like the way it came out. Now, if you're the type of person that does not like creamy tomato soup and you just like regular tomato soup, then it tastes good before you add in the heavy cream and the almond milk. So you don't have to. You can skip that part if you don't want it a creamy tomato soup. Now what we have left to do is add in our seasonings to the soup. So we're going to start by adding in 1/4 teaspoon of some pink salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, and also half a teaspoon of dried basil. We're also adding in 2 tablespoons of sweetener. I use Monkfruit. The sweetener is pretty much optional, you guys. It really does help though with the acidity in the tomato soup from the tomatoes. So I definitely would add it in if you're okay with that, but use the sweetener of your choice. Alright guys, so that is pretty much how you make this keto tomato soup. We're going to taste it in just a second, but I wanted to show you guys a quick way that you can make a grilled cheese with it. If you love grilled cheese with your tomato soup, then stick around. I'm going to show you a super easy way using just a basic cheese chaffle recipe. I just wanted to give it a try and made it just as you normally would a regular grilled cheese, and surprisingly it came out pretty good. So we're just going to do that real quick just so that I can show you guys, and then we will get on with tasting that tomato soup and letting you know how it came out. Alright guys, so we're going to start off by making just a regular cheese chaffle. So we have our mini dash warming up here, and we're going to put in 1 large egg into a bowl. And it really doesn't matter if you normally only use egg whites, then go ahead and just add in about 1/4 cup of egg whites, whatever is equal to the large egg. But I actually don't mind the egg, and especially with this, you can barely taste it. So I'm also going to add in now half a cup of some shredded mozzarella cheese. You can use any cheese that you want. I just prefer to use mozzarella cheese in my chaffles. Okay, and then once you have the egg and the cheese all mixed in, then you can add in either 2 tablespoons of almond flour or 1 tablespoon of coconut flour. And I am putting in coconut flour today, but it will work with either one. And then this is optional. You can add in some seasonings. I always like to add seasonings to my chaffles. So I'm adding in about half a teaspoon of onion powder and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then I'm also going to throw in about a quarter teaspoon of baking powder and then mix that all up. And then we're going to add it to our mini dash, and this is going to make 2 chaffles, which is going to make you 1 sandwich. Now you're going to add in half your batter into the chaffle maker. You can also use a quarter cup. That's usually pretty much the perfect amount to add in. If you add too much, your chaffle maker might overflow, or from having too much in it. But a quarter cup is pretty much the perfect amount. So let's add that in and let it cook. It's going to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we will take it out and add in the next one. Alright, and it looks like our chaffle is done. You can let them cook longer if you want them, cooked more, but this is just perfect for me. And keep in mind too that today we're using them for grilled cheese, so you're also going to cook them on a skillet just like you would a normal grilled cheese. Is how we're doing it today. So you don't want to cook it too much in the maker. Alright, and now let's let this one cook. Alright, and it looks like our second chaffle is done. And like I said, if you are normally the type of person that likes to leave your chaffle in a little bit longer to let it kind of overcook a little bit, just keep in mind you're putting it in a frying pan to make a grilled cheese, so you probably don't want to do that. So you can either add the butter to the pan, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add it straight on to each side of the chaffle, and then we are going to make the grilled cheese. So just butter each chaffle, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to put the butter face down in the pan. And we're going to put a slice of cheese on there. If you are a ham and cheese lover, then put a piece of ham on. Today we're just doing straight grilled cheese. And then when you put on your second chaffle on top, just make sure that the butter is facing up so that when you flip it, the butter is face down in the pan again. And you don't have to let it cook for too long. It cooks really quick. So give it just like 2 minutes or so, and then flip it over. And basically we're just kind of heating it until the cheese is melted, really. I mean, the truffles aren't going to get like toasty like bread does, but you're pretty much kind of letting the cheese melt, but it also helps with the butter flavor on the truffle too. So and then that's done. So there we have a grilled cheese truffle that we're going to have with our tomato soup. Alright, so here we have our grilled cheese truffle. I don't know about you guys, but it looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to cut it open so we can see how it looks on the inside. And look at that. Look at that cheesy grilled cheese truffle that we have here. So let's go ahead and show you what the tomato soup looks like. I've went ahead and poured some into a bowl. So as you can see, it's nice and creamy. It's not too thick, but it is definitely some creamy tomato soup. Alright guys, we are back with the taste test. So let's go ahead and see how this tomato soup came out. Alright guys, so here's the tomato soup. It is delicious. You guys, if you like creamy tomato soup, you are going to love this recipe. Let's look at the grilled cheese. It is cheesy inside. It's good. I can't stop this video till I dip this into the tomato soup. Oh my god. You guys, this is so good. If you like tomato soup and grilled cheese, you have got to make this for yourself. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button, as it does help out my channel. And if you are new to this channel, please hit subscribe if you're interested in keto recipes. I try to keep it family and budget friendly. So I'll see you on the next video.